Now, Porinju, you are an unusual guest here on the channel, and I'll tell you why. Because most guests, market guests and fund managers that I interview, and I think that can be said for most news channels, are not from Kerala. I think that's the easiest way to describe it. They can be from Bombay, from Delhi, from Ahmedabad, from Rajasthan, from wherever, but not from Kerala. Mallus generally aren't seen to be very adept at making a lot of money, but you are. You have been successful, and you've been running this portfolio management service for a while, and the track record is pretty good. Just talk us through your journey. How did you get started? What's your background? And where are you now?
Oh, thank you, Prashant.
By the way, I'm a fellow Mallu, so you have company. Go on.
I know, thank you. So people think that you invited me being a Keralite anyway. See, I was in Mumbai in the 90s, from 90 to 99.
Right.
You know, just maybe because of the traffic situation in Mumbai. And, you know, I thought I better go to my hometown. And that's how it all happened. See, maybe I found, you know, I took a very good decision when it comes to value investing, because maybe in that real value investing style, maybe it's better to stay in a place, you know, which is not really crowded with too much of information and too much of networking. You know, the less but higher quality informations and ideas, you know, that can create better wealth. I hope that situation has helped me in you know, creating wealth.
Yeah. So I was reading your profile, and you worked as a broker, you worked as a research analyst, you've done the drill basically, right? And then finally decided that managing money is what you want to do.
Yes, I started my career as a floor trader in the Mumbai Stock Exchange in 1990 under Kotak Securities, and later I shifted to you know, Parag Parikh Securities. It's very sad, Mr. Parag Parikh is no more, and it was a big shock to the value investing community in this country. I feel really bad about it. Anyway, so there, you know, he was one of the first new generation broker who gave so much importance to the real equity research and you know, value picking. And so I think that that exposure has given me a lot of mileage, and working, you know, with institutions and in dealing rooms, in research, and on the floor of stock market. So all these things were, you know, I think that what do you say, a better feel of the markets, you know, interacting with the promoters and understanding, you know, the fraudulent activities of the promoters, or how the stock is being manipulated. So those, the market was very crude in 90s, if you remember. So that ground level experience has given me, it has taught me a lot of things. That could be the reason perhaps I go very different from the crowd or the herd mentality in the market. I think I'm talked as a contrarian investor sometimes.
Yes. So what does a value investor really do? You know, I did a series on value investing recently, and I got people like Sanjay Bhattacharya, like Ramdev Agarwal and others on the show to talk about value investing. The basic concept is you try to buy cheap, sell high, right? Buy something which is trading at less than what it's actually worth for. That's what value investing is, broken down in the simplest terms. Recently though, actually not recently, it's been true for a while, many have argued that in the Indian context, it's very hard to be a value investor. In India, with the market maybe not regulated as well, too much going on which is not exactly in the boundaries of what is legal, and very tough to find out what is good, what is bad. It's good to stick with large caps. Stick with growth companies which are doing well, which have got a proven track record, and that's how you'll make money. Big will get bigger, and you should be there. You're suggesting something else, right? You're saying
this what you told is not value investing. That's again the herd mentality. You know, now see India. You always talk about it. India has very large number of listed companies, and Indian economy is so much supportive of, you know, investing or value investing in the smaller companies too, considering the structure of our economy. But most people are after the very 100, 200 companies in India, and the media also covering only so much companies. But you see the real gems come out of the stocks beyond those blue chips or already known companies. And that is something I have been practicing all my 25 years of profession, and which has definitely yielded much higher returns than the market.
Would you say so basically what you're saying is you buy something when it's a small company, right?
First of all, I think the basic thing, Prashant, one should understand what is stock market. See, somebody has got investable funds of say 5 lakhs, 10 lakh rupees. Is stock market important for him? I don't think so. See, equity investing is something different. People always are concerned, what about the stock market? What's happening in the market? What will be the market next month or next week?
The favorite
I can tell you,
market kaisa lag raha hai? Bazaar kaisa lag?
See, about stock market, there is only one thing.
Fair enough.
See, the last 100 years, stock market was good. I mean, not stock market. Equity investing was good. And it was the best performing asset class. And I'm telling you, next 1,000 years also, it will be the best performing asset class. For an investor, that is the only important thing.
Sure.
You see, going after the Sensex or Nifty or the stock
Fair
market.
enough. That's point number one. Don't look at the Sensex and Nifty and decide what you want to do, right? That's taken, a point taken. Now let's come to how do you go about identifying companies, Porinju? How do you get your ideas?
Yeah, see, look at values, again the same thing. See, keep your eyes and ears open. You know, that's generally I always talk about how the ideas coming to you, how this industry or the particular company, or you may be coming to an idea about a stock or about a company accidentally. Maybe when you are buying something from the supermarket, you may go through the product, who's making, you are liking it so much, it's a new product. Maybe that is a feature. So there could be any number of ways, or maybe a million ways a stock idea coming to you. So just keep eyes and ears open. It comes to you automatically. But explore it. Use the common sense. Make life simple. You need not complicate so much. People are so much of time in the media I spend on. Now today in the morning I was listening to somebody. See, if Nifty closes below 8150, it's all gone. In such a way that the country will go to dogs, if that happens. So I think that kind of irrational,
So you don't look at charts at all?
No, I don't. I don't like the chart of the past. I'm interested in the chart, for next 1 month or next 6 months.
Right.
I don't. Nobody makes.
Sure.
So I think I don't have much belief in that.
Fair enough. Okay, let's take it one by one. So you're saying the bull. Let's talk about here and now. You think we're in a bull market, and you shouldn't doubt the bull market, right? That's your view.
Definitely, we are structurally in a bull market. There's no doubt about it. Because see, again, as I told you, equity as an asset class, the businesses you are owning in this country, and we are in a very, very much better shape today than the last 10 years, I would say. We have a great leader. So people have been talking so much about the Modi since the election, but that is settling down. Now people have started talking negative about it. Nothing happening on the ground level. See, nobody can do miracle, and there are a lot of reasons to be hopeful about this leader doing a lot of things. I'm telling you, without Modi.
Let's not talk about macros. Let's talk about investing, because macros then we get lost, right? We talk about then fiscal deficit and oil and this and that, right? I mean, there are too many things, too many variables, and so you are saying the bull market is on. Don't doubt it. Let's go, and the bull market will not end anytime soon. Yeah. You are saying that it will go on. So this is a great opportunity to invest and make money, right?
Yes. In stocks, not in the market. Market is important only if you have some say $10 billion or something like that.
Yes.
Then those kind of big managers, they have to buy the market.
Like you.
They cannot buy stocks. So if you have got say 100 crores, 10 crores or 1 crore or 10 lakh rupees, don't look at the market, look at the stocks.
Look at businesses, look at individual names. Okay, let's look at a couple of situations which you believe in, right? Let's talk about stocks which are out of favor. Now, there's a company called Jubilant Industries, which, according to data which we've got from exchanges, you've bought some shares in yesterday. That we got this from the bulk data sort of information which the exchange puts out. Jubilant has reported a big loss in the quarter. Numbers aren't looking good. One can say it's out of favor, although the stock has not done very poorly if you look at the return over the last 1 year or so. But just take that point of buying into out of favor businesses, and how have you practiced it, and what would you tell our viewers?
Yeah, this company I have been watching. Jubilant has 3 companies, listed companies in the group. This has been out of favor for quite some time. But I remember in the 90s and all, this company used to be known as VAM Organics. Vamicol was a very important product. Pidilite makes the Fevicol, the famous Fevicol with a very huge market share. This is one competitor, maybe the only competitor for them. And I think it is now named as Jivanjor, not Vamicol. They have some other, they are market leaders like in gums, making what you have it in the chewing gums kind of thing with food applications. And they have got some very good agrochemical business, very super specialty.
Fair enough.
So there is around 500 crores worth of excellent businesses other than the recently acquired retail business. This, if you exclude the retail business of Jubilant Industries, the company is worth anything like 600, 700 crores worth of market cap or enterprise value. But it came to 100 crores as on yesterday. I think yesterday and today it has moved up. But see, and they reported a huge loss because of the total, the Bangalore hypermarket business. Now the management has taken their family business or the group business into this listed company for a small consideration, and now which is almost killing this company. I don't think management will allow this company to die like that. They are not that bad kind of promoters. So it is just common sense approach. This year, if they are doing so badly last year, they have to do something with the retail, either sell it off or stop that business. In either case, I think this will be a multi-bagger. So it's like that kind of a calculation. You are speculating what the management will do. This is not a real,
You are making it sound very easy. It's not, I'm sure it's not that easy. You have a background of the company, the group in your mind, right? Okay. You studied it over the years, so you know the business and you maybe know what it is worth.
I will never buy this in PMS. This, what I bought yesterday was in my personal thing. I'm taking a chance.
Sure.
I love gambling like that once in a while.
Sure. But is it a gamble or is it a calculated
It's a gamble on the management's future action. So it's in which I am applying my common sense and my information, knowledge about the promoter's style, culture and quality and the fundamentals of the company and the retail what they are doing. I think they can easily sell it off and save the company. I don't think these promoters will make the minority shareholders, suffer.
Okay. All right. I just want to refer to the market for a quick bit. Suddenly, out of the blue, big selling, 145 odd points off on the Nifty, 500 points off on the Sensex. Any thoughts, Porinju, on what this could be?
See, this could be, FIs have been selling in the market. Sentiment is already really down. People are very scared. And market is scary sometimes, but it will scare you at times. It is quite, and you feel people become, almost hopeless, especially the trading community, they sell off everything and the market goes up. This cycle have been happening even after the new government formed in May 2014. We had many times this kind of, fall
sharp
and
moves,
sharp moves.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling you. See, this looking at the market, okay, this is like the large fund managers and the media people, it's very relevant. And then today, a lot of people, 99% of the people in the market, ultimately, even though they talk about value investing, they are basically gambling in the market.
Don't practice value investing.
Yeah, they talk about very long term, but they are looking at very short term.
I agree.
So this is most participants in the market. So this kind of movements quite natural. And a few stocks today, some of the companies have got very large weightage in the index. So these things, I don't think this is something very scary. When you see 200 points Nifty going down or 150 points, is it scary? I don't think. It's only a small percentage of our this thing. And on sentiment it moves up and down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Small investors should ignore them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and of course the media has got a role to play in this as well. I mean, the big breaking graphics come up, market sell off, big crash, and of course I guess sometimes it's justified, but those are extreme situations, like for example what happened in the financial crisis. Those are
even that financial crisis did not affect investors. See, from 20,000 Sensex went to 8,000. Did the investors get hurt? I don't think so. If they had the conviction about the companies,
no, but if I can put your the argument that if you're buying stocks, not the market, right? Unless you've got $1 billion. If that is true, then you're also losing money in stocks. The Nifty, the Sensex may have gone to 8 and now back at whatever, 30,000. But stocks are still 1/4, 1/5 if you bought the wrong ones, basically.
Yeah, that in the long term, that's one fundamental mistake. Because of the market sentiment, when Sensex went to 8,000 and below, unless you are in dire need of liquidating the stock, I think if you are in the right stock, it was not a problem.
Okay, so let's just quickly take it one by one. So we were talking about out of favor bets, and one sector which you turned bullish on was the real estate sector. And we're not talking about the big ones there, DLF and others, but some of the smaller companies where you think there is a lot of value to be created. Yes, go on.
Yeah, I have been, that triggered in me when that DLF came down to near 100 rupees few months back, with some bad news. I always watch the stocks with bad news, if they have got a turnaround potential. That's why I just happened to look at the sector also in a serious way. I found, many changes in the future. The basic one will be a decline in the cash transaction. This will be a major positive for the lower quality real estate companies, because now we have Shobha developers, Oberoi Realty or Godrej Properties of high quality real estate companies, but it's all well professionally managed. They also could be good in the long term because it's a very important industry in the country, which was hit by the the last many years, some developments.
Sure.
See, the other side we have got, people think bad managements, including perhaps DLF. But I don't think this bad management perception and all can change with the stock price or with some developments in the future. See, there are a lot of companies in this so-called not so great managements and not high quality companies. They own huge land bank in the cities, and they all are highly valuable today, even at a reduced price, or even there could be a 25% decline in the real estate prices in the coming years. In spite of that, there is a huge gap between the value and the price. So I feel now, coming back to the management
basic
thing,
bet there is the cash transactions will, you expect them to go down,
so some of this,
more of the actual transacted value will be reflected.
Yeah, right? And people will be scared of doing transaction. Even the buyers will be scared in the future. That is the way government is moving.
By the way, just out of curiosity, did you buy DLF around 100 rupees?
Yeah, we bought it in PMS at around 110 levels.
And what was
to be frank, we exited.
What was the logic there, though, Porinju?
Yeah, so
was it a quick trade? It seemed like a trade, quick trade.
DLF at around 20,000 crores of market cap, I found it's really good. And now they had political connections or whether all those things people talking about. SEBI banned them from raising funds. They are not into the business of raising funds. They are into developing properties.
For which you need funds.
Yeah,
right?
That fund, they can sell some extra. They are hugely rich. They have huge. Huge 25,000 crores market cap today. They may have.
So it was a situation where there was you felt there was extreme pessimism.
Yes,
unwarranted,
yes.
And you bought the stock. You're out of it now, though for disclosure purpose, right? You're out of DLF.
I'm not holding it now.
And the other names that you were talking about were names like what? Anandraj.
The small Anandraj and the many Ansal companies. A lot of them actually. There is a DB Realty.
You still own some of them?
I have a few of them, but I'm not recommending these individual stocks to anybody. See, I'm talking about a sector, especially with lower quality. See, the management aspect. See, I won't be surprised, if KP Singh, post a selfie with Modi some point of time in the future.
Now the story about management turnarounds, right? Could you give us an example? Because you are betting on companies where you expect the perception or the management will do the right thing in the future. Although a lot of people, the common sense logic says that if somebody has not done the right thing for the last 5 years, to expect them to do the right thing over the next 1 year is highly unlikely.
Yeah,
it's not wise.
They might not have done the right thing in the last 20, 30 years. Maybe they can do good. See the situation in the country and the culture, all these things go on changing. And the most important aspect of management culture change is the next generation taking over, which I have been talking about.
Give me an example. Explain it with an example.
Okay, now I have been looking at Vardhaman Textiles,
Okay.
Not a bad management, it's a great people. I'm not talking about that way. But this company has been ignored in the last many years. I found this, very interesting because I was comparing Vardhaman Textiles with Kitex Garments, a company which I had a very large holding at when it was lower single-digit price. 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now today the price is some 840. It's quoting at 4,000 crores market cap. In fact, Vardhaman Textiles also quoting at around 4,000 crores market cap. Means basically Kitex and Vardhaman is almost priced same on an enterprise valuation or say market cap. See, Vardhaman's profit is significantly higher than the turnover of Kitex Garments.
Okay.
And if you see the CAGR of last 5 years, it is almost very comparable. So what is wrong, Why so much fancy for Kitex? Why people are ignoring the around 1,000 crores kind of PBT? I mean, the
what do you think is wrong? What do you think is wrong?
I think the perception about these companies, some of these old companies, they're considered to be junk. So analysts are not even interested in going into the details of these companies. We have a lot of such wealthy, old, big businesses in India, quoting at very attractive.
Did you own Vardhaman at some point, or do you own it now?
No, I don't own it now.
Okay, but you're looking at it. I
am very focused. I have only around 15 companies totally in our portfolio. Yeah.
Okay. No, but you're looking at Vardhaman. I mean, it
Yeah,
caught
I
your
have been-
attention in that sense.
I was looking at
I'm not asking you whether you plan to buy it or not. That's not fair.
No,
fair.
I'm not just
asking
recommending
you,
the
it caught
stock.
your attention
There-
with in relation to what's happened to Keytex, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
basically what
in
you
that
said.
and the kind of market. So I'm not talking even bad about Kitex. And there are even Wellspun India. That's also a huge company. So look at the old companies, the large businesses, and look at their market cap, look at their balance sheet, how stressed they are, the balance sheet wise, and whether they can recover. There are a lot of such stories. We have around 2,000, 3,000 companies still worth looking at, and we have hundreds of companies beyond this Nifty and Sensex, which can give you 5 times, 10 times return in the next 2-3 years time. So now in hundreds of I'm talking about hundreds of companies available, which has nothing to do with the stock market index.
Yeah, fair enough. One name which you were telling me is now a pretty large chunk of your portfolio is Force Motors, right?
Oh yeah, Force Motors.
It doesn't get talked about that much. Nobody discusses it. I've not seen an analyst report on it. Yeah,
this is the maker of that famous Tempo Travelers, and now they are supplying to the engine and gear assembly for Mercedes-Benz and BMW. They started doing it in Chennai plant. I think everything is there in the public domain. We acquired it around 400, 500 rupees many months ago. There again I picked it up because there was a bad perception about the management among the investing community. So that was an opportunity. The promoters bought an aircraft and with the shareholders' funds they are using it personally. So there were such kind of issues. But these are not issues by which you can totally ignore a company at any price. There should be a price for any asset which is listed, if it's worth it. And the business they have got 50-60% market share in that traveler kind of segment in the automobile industry. So one cannot just ignore for 1 or 2 reasons, which may be not there every year. They will not buy an aircraft every year. So
at some price it will get discounted, right?
So I think from 500 now it's around 1,600, 700. That was a huge appreciation of our portfolio management. Honestly, I'm not recommending these stocks.
No, just for information's sake, these are stocks which Porinju has in his portfolio, and he's bought them at
Again, I have got NIIT, an underperformer. If somebody is looking for an underperformer from my side, I have been buying this stock from 40 to 50.
Limited or tech?
NIIT Limited. So I am betting on that company. It has come down to now 36, 37. From it went to 56. So maybe some FIs selling, large investors selling. Stock is not in fancy today, and people are generally when you say education. Technical education, everybody is down about it. But you have to look beyond that. This company is building up excellent businesses in North America, in the corporate learning solutions space, excellent management, clean, debt-free balance sheet. They hold around 700 crores worth of NIIT Limited, NIIT technology. So there is a lot of value around the company. If they do well, I think there are all symptoms in the presentations given by the management on the website. They are talking about turning around of many of the businesses, closing down about the loss-making businesses. So and we have to trust this kind of professional management. And on that basis, at 600 crores market cap, I feel NIIT is great, but I don't want to recommend. I'm holding. I have been buying the stock even yesterday. So I'm talking. This is an underperformer because of the bad perception in the market.
Fair enough. You said Wellspun India. Could you talk about that? Why did you
I'm
mention
not
that?
recommending
In what
the stock.
sense?
When we compare, Kitex, Vardhaman, or
okay, all right.
This is also something like it's a large company. They're a very big business.
Fair enough. All the names that in your portfolio, Force Motors, Orient Cement, these are not all, but you said you have 15, right? Max, there's a limited 15. Right. Schwelect Energy.
Yeah, that's one of our prime holding. We are holding nearly 5% of the company. Right. I bought it at 130.40 after the 120 rupees per share dividend a couple of years ago. I was betting on the renewable energy space, the green energy space. I found this was a company which was not in favor, and it was illiquid. So there were enough reason for people not to buy it. So I bought it.
Okay. Fair enough. Swelect Energy, TCI, Piramal Enterprises, RPG Life. You own HPCL as well. I mean, actually, out of these names, I think HPCL is the largest name.
HPCL we have been buying from 280, 90. It's a very large company. I found after many decades, there is a change in the attitude of the government towards these oil marketing companies. Yeah, they may be allowed to work with freedom, commercial freedom. In that case, this can be a great pick even at today's price, but I have been actively on the stock, and I'm not talking,
How long do you hold a name for? I mean, average? It's a couple of years, or it's shorter than that?
No, we have got stocks we are holding since last 10 years, 8 years. and I have instances where I have sold the stock after 2 weeks
Okay.
because there was sudden rise in the market, you know. So I think Mastek was a stock I remember. We bought it some 278. After 3-4 days, I saw the stock price at 400. We
So
exited.
you sold. Fair enough. Fair enough. Got that. You know, Porinju, I've not asked you what you are going to buy. Next time you're on the show, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to let you off easy, but it's great. It's been great chatting with you. I hope our viewers learned a lot. Thank you very much for dropping by.